2020 was an unprecedented year for the financial industry and beyond. And as we embark on 2021, we're excited about many things happening in the space industry that could impact our investment decisions today. In 2020, we heard a great deal about investing in different new technologies like broadband internet, 5G, cloud computing, even cryptocurrency and blockchain. But what do all of these industries have in common? Data. And data needs to be transferred from point A to point B. But many people don't realize the critical importance that the space industry plays in each of those technologies. Without satellites, ground stations, and other space-based assets, many of those transformative technologies would not be possible. In 2020, we heard a great deal about the successes of private company SpaceX. But one of the really important things to take notice of is what does that do for other space companies and other companies just around the world? Well, one of the really critical parts that SpaceX has allowed for is the reduction in the cost of launch. And by being able to reduce the cost of sending things and people into outer space, is that it lowers the barrier of entry for many other companies to engage in this vast potential opportunity. Reusable rockets is how SpaceX and other companies are looking to transform the space industry. So investors that are looking to unlock new opportunities that are available from the space industry, many companies today are now finding that space can be accessible for even them in ways that weren't possible just a year ago. Well, many investors seem to be focused on the space industry from its capabilities on expanding space exploration. One of the topics that has not gotten as much attention as it deserves is the increase in buildup of government and military spending on space around the world. In the US, it can be seen with the building out of the Space Force, but abroad, we've also learned that China has not only ambitions of building a permanent lunar colony on the moon by 2028, but also building a permanent military base on the moon by 2030. Because governments don't act in a vacuum, and the US always tries to be a leader on every frontier that it can be on the military front, it seems that potential investors may want to look to the defense industry as one that could benefit potentially from increased spending on militarization and defense capabilities in outer space. It's not just the US and China, however. Russia, India, and others have also shown their capabilities to build different militarization and offensive assets to either block or decommission satellites and possibly even break into satellites via cybersecurity vulnerabilities. All of these areas may be areas that investors choose to look at 2021 as a way to get new exposures to industries that they hadn't previously considered. And the defense and militarization of space for defense contractors and beyond could be a critical area going forward.